Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is on how to cartoon a picture for beginners, so let's get started. So the first thing you need to do is to import a picture from your gallery. Resize the image. Then you reduce the opacity of the image. Pick the second brush, then turn off pressure and velocity dynamic. You pick a black color by reducing the tint of the color to the darkest. Reduce the size of the brush to 2.0 or 2.5. Then zoom in and begin outlining. Starting with the brow. Trace exactly as seen in the picture. Make sure the lines are connecting. This enables you to auto-fill in the color. Press and hold inside the enclosed line to fill in the color, just like that. Repeat the same process on the other side of the brows. Make sure the lines are enclosed so it enables you to auto-fill in any color. Next, you outline the eyes. Follow exactly as seen in the picture. Trace the shape of the eyes. Do not add any extra lines or any extra shape. Now, add a line above the eyes to serve as the eyelid, then a line below the eyes to serve as the eye bag. As you can see, also repeat the same step on the other side of the eyes. Trace out every shape of the eyes and also add the eyeballs. Then also add a line above the eyes which is going to serve as the eyelid also, and also add a line below the eyes to serve as the eye bag. Now outline the bridge of the nose if there's any according to the picture. Now trace out the shape of the nose according to how I'm doing it exactly. Do not add any extra lines, just exactly the way I'm doing it, and fill in the whole of the nose with the color black. Make sure your lines are enclosed. Now trace out the shape of the lips. I'm going to ignore the chain on the mouth because this is the basic tutorial for beginners, so I'm not going to add the chain part and the cross on his lips. So just trace out only the thing you're seeing in the image, which is the lip, and also trace out the shape of the teeth. As you can see, I'm doing the same thing, and make sure the lines are enclosed so you can fill in the color later on when you start coloring. Now increase the brush size to 3.0. This enables you to outline the shape of the face and also the ear. Trace out the significant part of the face and the ear. As you can see, I'm outlining the earrings. Continue tracing every part of the face, especially the ear. Do the same thing you did on the other side, also on this part of the ear. Trace out every significant part of the face. Do not leave any part untouched. Now start outlining the hair. Do not make the line straight, give it a curvy look so it looks like a curly hair type to make it look realistic. Keep doing the same thing until you fill in every part of the hair. Make sure the lines are enclosed like I said, so it enables you to fill in the color quicker and easier. Now trace out the hairline. Make sure the lines are connected. This enables you to fill in the color easier. Press and hold the enclosed circle in the hair to fill in the color. As you can see, that has been done automatically. Still on the same layer, if there is a mustache and you wish to add that, you draw some strands following the direction of how I'm doing mine exactly. Just draw like tiny little strands to serve as the mustache. Now reduce the opacity of the color to add a shadow to the hair strand. Doing exactly the same way you added the strand of the hair, just trace out the same lines. You do the same if there's a beard, but make sure to remember to increase the opacity. Drop some strand through the beard. Next, you add a new draw layer by clicking the plot sign to add a new draw layer. Select the draw layer and place it directly on top of the image layer, which is going to be below your outline layer, as you can see. Then, now increase the opacity of the image layer. This enables us to pick out colors from the image. Then pick the first brush. As you can see, this is going to be used for painting any color you want to paint. Then pick out the skin color first and make sure you're not picking the darker shade or the lighter shade. Pick out the medium shade, which is going to serve as the base of the skin. Then enclose the outline in a circle and fill it in to serve as the skin color. Then there are some excess parts of the skin which need to be erased out. Clean it out or erase out the excess parts according to the outline. Now go back to the previous layer, which is the outline layer, to fill out the white part of the eyes. You need to pick a white color. This is going to serve as the cornea of the eyes. Now zoom into the picture, press and hold the enclosed circle, the part of the eyes, to fill in the whiter part and also the tiny spark in the eyes. Do the same thing on the other side of the eyes to fill in the colors. This is going to give the cartoon a realistic look of an eye. Do the same thing for the teeth, but make sure the lines are enclosed. As you can see, the lines are not enclosed, so make sure the lines are enclosed to fill in the teeth with the color white. Just do the same thing for every part of the teeth. Now add a new draw layer. Make sure it's below the outline layer but on top of the skin layer. This is going to be used to paint out the lips part of the skin, because as you can see the lips are not enclosed and the lines are not connected, so we need to paint it manually. Pick a color from the lips and you paint it in. Make sure you're not picking the darker shade or the lighter shade. Pick the medium part. This is going to serve as the base. And if you don't understand how to color or make a realistic lip, you can check out my other video whereby I made a tutorial on how to make a glossy lip tutorial. Do check that out. Do the same thing for the lower lips. Pick out the base color. Do not pick out the lighter or the darker shade and paint it in manually, following the trace of the outline. Do not overpaint out of the outline or inside of the outline. Just paint below the outline. After that is done, add a new draw layer above the skin. This is going to serve as the shade for the skin to give the face the realistic shade. Then you're going to pick out the color from the skin using the first brush, which you're going to use to blend in the skin. Make the color slightly darker. This is going to serve as the shade of the skin, and reduce the opacity to around 10%. This is going to give it a well blended color into the skin. As you can see, I've reduced it to 10% and increased the brush size, which is going to enable you to make your work quicker. Now trace out the nose bridge and the eyelid. This is going to serve as a base. That way it's going to give it a realistic feel that the eyelid and the nose bridge is deeper compared to the other part of the face. Keep shading in the necessary part of the face, which is going to give out the shape of the nose and the shape of the eyes. Shade the side of the face and also the cheek so the image doesn't look fat. Now once you're done with the shading, increase the color slightly lighter than the base of the color. As you can see, I'm comparing the color. Make sure the highlighted color is slightly lighter than the base of the skin, and shade in some highlight part of the nose, which is going to serve as the a sun reflection from the sun. Keep painting it lightly. Do not shade or paint in too deep. Shade in lightly and work your way through the image. Now add a new draw layer below all the layers and pick a color of your choice to serve as the background. You can pick any other color you want, it's just your personal preference. So that's it guys, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification to be updated on any time I upload a video. And if you're not sure of any tutorial you want to learn, make sure you comment down below on the tutorial you want me to make, and I'm sure going to make the tutorial for you. And I want to appreciate all my subscribers for making me get to 18,000 subscribers. And stay tuned to my channel, I'll be giving out a cartoon giveaway very soon, and be sure to invite your friends to subscribe to the channel because I'll be picking the highest liked comment randomly. So make sure you stay tuned to when I start my giveaway. Thank you for subscribing, and I hope you learned from this tutorial. Thank you. See you next time when I upload a new tutorial. Thank you.